It was the home court. Outside of that, I think the Knicks have the best team. Now, OKC obviously is great. They're the defending champions. But the Knicks are deep, talented, and the way they're playing offensively, I don't mean three-point shooting. I'm talking about the ball movement, player movement. It's so much better than what I watched in January. Let me bring the group out here. Monica McNutt does the Knick games on the radio. She knows them as well as everyone. And I want to start with you, Winman. Rick Pitino says, right now, the Knicks have the best team. Are you buying it?
Well, Rick Pitino knows a lot about basketball, and I agree with him that since January, the Knicks look completely differently. But let's just everybody calm down with comparing them to Oklahoma City. It's just calm down. The Knicks would love to get the opportunity to do so. Oklahoma City is 8-0 in the playoffs so far, but I understand why Knicks fans are so excited. I just looked back this morning. They haven't really soundly been beaten in 6 weeks, all the way back to the end of March against Houston, and then the couple of one-possession losses to the Hawks. So I understand why there's some optimism, but let's everybody slow your roll, worry about the conference finals before predicting they're the best team.
What do you think, Monica, when you hear Pitino say that and you're watching every minute of every game, how much they've transformed what they're doing, so much better than what it was in January? What do you think of what Pitino's saying?
It's the whole quote, Greeny. I think you got to look at the context, because he watched this team in January, as did I, when they hit a nasty slump. Like, it was awful. So I think people are really enamored with the transformation that has happened over this stretch. I agree with Wendy in terms of slowing down just a bit, but if they are healthy, that means OG Anunoby is healthy, and they've got to get through the next series before we can talk finals for sure. I do think that they have emerged as one of the deeper teams in the league. I think OKC has them beat a little bit in that category, but this is why you went to Mike Brown, a guy who's willing to go to his bench, who has helped put in a system that really has benefited everybody. I mean, yesterday we talked about Jalen Brunson being on ball so much, and he doesn't have to do that as much. The three-point shooting was really something that dictated what happened in the game, quite frankly, on both sides of the floor previously. Now, they're not relying on that three as much due to this new system.
Listen, if you're wondering why people are so excited, the Knicks have won 7 straight games in these playoffs, and only one of them was even remotely competitive. They have obliterated their opponent in 6 of those 7 games. The one game that was close was Game 2 of the Philadelphia series, the one game that Embiid didn't play, whether that's coincidental or not. But they have been blowing people out. That's why, and look, you live here, I live here. You hear the way people are talking. I've never heard Knicks fans, really candidly, since the early 90s, as fired up and as confident in what their team looks like as they are right now.
Greeny, the same seats you sat in courtside were the same seats I sat in when they played against Detroit on February 19th.
That's a flex.
And literally, we were right next to the visiting bench. We were right next to the visiting bench. And when I tell you, JB Bickerstaff, they wanted to beat the Knicks down. And watching the Knicks play, their offense seemed old and it seemed tired. This offense is, I think, the best offense in the NBA. The numbers prove it. Now, I'm not saying they're a better team overall than OKC. But like I said earlier, guys, all you need is a fighter's chance. And I think their offense right now gives them that puncher's chance if they get there against an OKC team that's prone to win a championship.
We'll see. Go ahead, Monica. Give me a quick final thought. I want to get to one other thing. Yeah.
Just really quickly, as we move forward, I think how teams can match up with Karl-Anthony Towns is going to be huge, because he has been that facilitator, that hub, whether it's Jared Allen, Evan Mobley, Jalen Duren, or even potentially Isaiah Hartenstein or Victor Wembanyama. That's something to watch.
Yeah, there's a lot to watch with them, but there's a lot of business to get figured out first. I want to